There's a new phenomenon in East Jerusalem. Tourism is at an all-time high. 2.1 million people visited the Holy Land in the past 6 months alone. And the hotels in East Jerusalem are packed not only with Christian visitors, but also with Muslims coming from the Far East and the Middle East.
Now, the Muslim market started elaborating the last few years. It's growing year after year, and there are a lot of Muslims who come from Indonesia. We have a lot of good movement from Turkey, and some from Jordan.
Muslim pilgrims to the Holy Land tend to stay in the Old City because it's close to one of Islam's holiest sites, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. In recent years, the number of sightseers from Muslim countries has grown, and the bulk of tourists are from Jordan, Turkey, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Though some visit the Cave of the Patriarchs in the West Bank city of Hebron, most stay in East Jerusalem the whole time.
Now the program for Muslim groups it's let's say much shorter than Christian groups. East Jerusalem, which is very important part of their program, as far as we're talking about Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is the third holy site for Muslims all over the world.
Though the market for Muslim tourism is growing, there are some challenges. One of them is getting travel permits or visas. Not everyone is approved to enter Israel. And the other is infrastructure.
We need more cleaning services on the street, more pedestrian streets. We do pay taxes, and of course we expect to get the same level of services that are offered, whether in West Jerusalem or in Herzliya or Tel Aviv.
The Muslim market is not the only one that's expanding. Christians still top the list of tourists to the Holy Land, visiting sites linked to Jesus' life, like the Garden of Gethsemane.
Jesus lives. Now I've been coming here since 1980. I've been here several times.
But visiting East Jerusalem still remains a sensitive political decision for some, especially those from Muslim countries. Neither Indonesia nor Malaysia officially recognize the State of Israel, which might explain why many tourists we saw were reluctant to speak about their visit on camera.
Some of the Arab, they don't want to come to here because, under the law of Israel, until it will be Palestine here, they refuse to come here.
Politics aside, travel industry experts argue the number one issue in East Jerusalem is space, or rather, the lack of space.
There's also a noticeable lack of rooms in Jerusalem in general, and specifically here in East Jerusalem. And of course, we've been hearing about plans from the municipality to increase a number of rooms, to incentivize hotels and to give them incentives and soft grants and subsidies.
Still, relative quiet and a stable security situation mean that the number of Muslims flocking to the city will likely continue to rise. From East Jerusalem, Maya Margit for the Media Line.